2002. We've pretty much done everything. I work with my wife. She does the hard stuff, the taxes, the insurance, the collections, all of that. We've done rentals, fix and flip, wholesaling. We are hard money lenders. I'm a coach and I run a couple of masterminds locally. On the tech side, which goes way back further, I was one of the first people to get into computers. My high school offered computer access to students. It's one of the first in the country. In 1970, I worked on punch cards. Yep. Yeah, because if you staple it, it creates a new hole. Anyway, so I've worked in over 50 computer languages, 20 different operating systems, so Windows, VMS, IBM, variety, and created over 20 companies. Now, not all of them are formally created like an LLC, but, and I'm a best-selling #1 author twice. So this is book number. This is book number 1, and book number 2 is, there's some issues with the publishing. So we brought some copies if anybody's really interested in purchase. All right, so here's what I'm going to start with. Here's what I'm going to work with. I am open to questions. I had thought that this was a 45-minute time frame, and so I have apparently an hour and a half. Now, I can talk, so ask questions and we'll go off on tangents. So what I'm going to talk about is essentially the 4 different rules on how to make your offer. We'll go back to what those are a little bit later. I need to have a legal disclaimer that says, this is education. I'm not guaranteeing nothing. Anybody want to actually read that? All right, so here's my picture of A to Z. So in the upper left, we've got finding properties, on market, off market. So we're going to find the property. Then we're going to evaluate the property and the repairs. We're going to calculate the offer and present it. Then, I guess I can use the pointer. Then we're going to actually do the purchase and the rehab. It needs to be funded, various different sources for funding, and then here's the exit strategy. So I'll talk a little bit more about the exit strategies as we get in. I'm going to focus on those 2 blocks, the repairs and the offers. And I have a course that I hope, so let me ask you this. Is it okay at the very end if I talk a couple of minutes on the course?
Sure, yes. Please.
Okay, all right. So in the process of creating the offer, you have 3 basic tasks you have to perform to create the offer. The first task is to create the after repair value. So if I'm a homeowner and I'm going to buy a house, how do I evaluate how much I'm going to offer on that house? Just ordinary homeowner. If I look at that house and it's 100,000, I look at that house, it's 100,000, I look at that house, 100,000, my house had better be 100,000. It's the comps. So that's fixed up, that's fixed up, that's fixed up, and that one's 50,000, but it's not fixed up. The one I've got isn't fixed up. So I can't use the comps, the as-is value. I have to calculate what the realtors would call the comps. Okay, so it's what the house should sell for after it's fixed up, after repair value. So keep in mind that ARV. That's the acronym that we use a lot. And you're looking at this from the buyer's perspective, the end user. This is a really important skill, is to be able to calculate this. So ideally, you just go to a realtor and say, you know, what should this house sell when it's fixed up? Here's what I'm going to do to it, yada, yada, yada. And the realtor's going to go, oh, that's
Integrated Aid and RIA is a great source of information for real estate investors. You can learn what you need to do to succeed. You can learn the different opportunities that there are in the marketplace, and you can meet a lot of people that know about this from their own experience.
It's a fantastic organization because you can network with more seasoned investors. You meet all kinds of different vendors each time, insurance companies, title companies. There's always a different group of people here. And even though I've been involved in real estate since '99, every time I come to a meeting I learn something different. You could also find contractors here. It's just a really great way to network.
The benefits that I've gotten from GDRIA over the years is being able to tap into a pool of knowledge from experienced investors, experienced speakers that allow me to overcome any obstacles I might have from what I'm not familiar
In
with.
GDRIA, we learned that this is a team sport, and being a landlord requires quite a few people to help. In GDRIA, we found our accountant, attorney, property manager, realtor who furnishes the leads for the properties, and I believe the appraisers.
GDRIA in 2010 to invest. The whole team was there. I had a property manager, realtors who had deals, and now I have 4 houses that are all turnkey solutions. I've invested in private LLCs. I've even bought a note. So by joining an organization like GDRIA, you too can learn how to be a good investor.
And we are an approved vendor with GDRIA. We've been with you guys about 4 or 5 years now, and we love networking with the members, and we're here to help. So anything that they need help with, you can find us here every meeting and ask us whatever questions you need to.
You guys have a location?